When Paul wrote to the Corinthians, he explained an important principle that most people need to hear and to learn. He said, "But they measuring themselves by themselves and comparing themselves among themselves are not wise." The word wise is the Greek word sophos, which means specially enlightened or wise or sharp or bright. This means the verse could be interpreted, comparing yourselves among yourselves is not the sharpest or the brightest thing that you can do. Well, this practice can be a fruitless endeavor that makes you feel worse or even more inferior. The word comparing is the Greek word synkrino, and it's a picture of two or more who stand side by side to thoroughly examine themselves in comparison to each other, and then to critically judge who is superior among the candidates. One group is classified as superior, the other is classified as inferior. It's a fleshly endeavor that produces no spiritual fruit. It elevates one, it puts down the other. It fails to recognize the many diverse graces of God that exist within the Christian community. The Corinthian believers were fighting among themselves to prove who was the greatest among them. When Paul wrote this verse, he wrote it to rebuke them for making such comparisons. They didn't have a problem with inferiority. They had an issue with feelings of superiority, and they were in fierce competition with each other. Paul wrote this verse to rebuke the Corinthian believers for making comparisons, exhorting them to stop their infighting as they tried to prove who was the most spiritual among them. God intentionally made you different from others. You are actually a result of His divine design. Your mannerisms, your insights, your style, they're different from others. And these are very qualities that make you uniquely positioned to fulfill a specific need in His service. Of course, we all have areas in our lives that need to be changed, and God will show you those one at a time. But if you'll quit comparing yourself to others, if you'll stop disparaging the very qualities that cause you to stand out from those around you, you'll open the door to freedom from the spirit of inferiority so that your unique gifts can begin to shine brightly as God intended. That can be your story. You can make the decision today that you're never going to go down that bumpy, twisted path of comparing yourself to others, either because you don't feel like you're measuring up or because you feel like you're better than others. God made you, you. He made you just like He wanted you. So today, start celebrating the differences that make you uniquely you. And remember, if you happen to be in the BRAC, you don't go to church anywhere regularly, we'd love to have you come to worship with us either at the Watering Place Church of God Holiness or the Spot Bay Church of God Holiness. I believe that you'll be glad that you did. You'll enjoy the time of worship. You'll enjoy the fellowship. You'll enjoy the study of God's Word together. God bless you richly. Have a wonderful day today as you serve Him.